Let's do this thing. Let's kick it.
First world, come in and take a seat. Pay us no attention, it's all conspiracy. We have satire and parody, some funny, some perverse. If none of it's offensive to you, you'd be the first.
Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us your true name? You do have a name. My name is Gladiator. How dare you show your back to me? Slave, you remove your helmet and tell me your name. My name is Fun My Comic, and I represent all the campaigns you shadow banned and kicked off your website. Huh? Creators that just wanted to fund, that wanted to be left alone. And we will build a website that is going to bury you all. Oh crap.
Get ready for awesomeness.
I've done it. I've done that.
Hello, hello. Welcome, one and all, to another daily video with me, EB. That's Earth's Best Entertainment. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I really, really do appreciate it, as well as if you're watching after the fact it's been live, or if you're watching at 8 a.m. on the replay on the Madness Network. Either way, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really, really do appreciate it tonight. I had a guest cancellation, which is okay. Shout out JD. Hope everything's okay, brother. It sounds like he had some trouble at work, so no problem here. We will keep the show going, and hopefully we'll be able to get you rescheduled for a different day, my friend. So JD Calderon, he is the author of Oswald Chronicles. So definitely want to give him a check out. I know he does Kickstarter at least a couple times a year. I don't know if he's currently in a funding season. I don't think he is right now, but he probably will be soon. So check him out. If you haven't become his friend on Facebook, definitely give him a friend request. And so here we are, guys. So it's another solo mission for the night. This is the end of the week for me. I might play a repeat the day after tomorrow on the Madness Network. Or if you're watching at 8 a.m., it'll be tomorrow. Funny how that works, right? Either way, that will be how it goes. And yeah, so it will, anyway, what the heck am I even rambling about? So I wanted to talk a little bit more about an update about Earth's Best Entertainment and Earth's Best Friends. You know, this last campaign is coming to an end. You know, I've got less than a week to go, and it's been humbling, guys. It's really kind of showed to me that demand for Earth's Best Friends has kind of gone down since last year, since my successful campaign last year. So it's causing me to rethink how I'm doing things. You know, I mentioned on Sunday that I was thinking about, you know, I was going to take the summer off, which I am going to do. All right, I'm going to pay my artist what I owe him over the next couple months. And then I'm probably not going to start the project back up again until, you know, maybe the beginning of September. And if that's the case, it won't be done, guys, until 2025. You know, and that's if I'm even able to keep it going, right? Because, you know, you can't predict the future. You know, I have every intention of wanting to keep it going. You know, I did have some backers for this project that are very excited about it. So obviously there are people out there that are reading, that are excited. And so I do want to keep it going to some capacity. But it's expensive, guys. It's expensive. And, you know,
that person is a danger.
You know, shelling out.
You do put that pressure.
Whoa, hey, Shane, what's going on, brother?
As if I was going to let you fly solo tonight, bro. As if.
What's going on, man?
If.
All right.
Hey, I wasn't going to join you tonight, but you were like, man, I want to be flying solo. I was like, not today, bro. Not with me on. Not when your co-host is here.
Yeah, man. All right, excellent.
What are we talking about tonight, bro?
I was just talking about. I'm kind of rethinking how I'm gonna do Earth's Best Friends. I'm gonna let Gene take a break this summer from production, and we're gonna probably start back in the fall.
Love it.
Yeah.
He's been working hard.
Yeah, he has been. I mean, he's been nonstop, man. I've had him going nonstop for almost a year.
He's done like 200 pages for you, dude.
Oh yeah, he's done a lot.
Like at this point, seriously, what? Yeah, even more than that. Like your books are like 150 pages each. Yeah, it's bananas.
I want to say, volume 1, which was 9 chapters, was I want to say that was 142 pages.
Yeah, something like that.
This one is another. This one's at least another another 50. So yeah, you're right. We're looking at about 200 pages that he's done for me.
Man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
He's a workhorse, dude. That guy. That guy is
awesome.
He's a beast.
Yep. So I'm gonna get my covers from Gabriel and Rich, and I'm gonna continue to sell the floppies that I haven't put up on sale yet. And dude, book 5, it's gonna take forever, but it's gonna be worth it. It's probably not gonna be done till 2025. Book 5.
Well, that's when like a lot of your story elements you haven't really like got into yet are gonna come out, right?
Exactly. It's gonna be that book is the semi finale. It's the book that leads up to the finale. I
can dig it. And is that the finale for Toon Titans and all of it, or just Earth's Best Friends?
Well, it's really just like season 1, what I'm calling season 1, which is
season 1 finale. I got you. It's not the finale of everything.
No, it's not a finale of everything. It's mostly a story arc completion of Hyperfeline Ninja Heroes, because the other storylines are just getting started while Hyperfeline Ninja Heroes has been going for a while this season, so to speak.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's expensive, man. So hopefully I'll be able to keep on keeping on with it too. You know, I'm at the max at my job, so I'm not making any more money except once a year when they give us a cost of living boost.
And you got like 19 kids, so you got to deal with that. You got to feed children. 19 on the way. You got 2 coming up on 19. Am I right?
No.
I'll tell you what,
they're
bro.
Going to be 10 and 7.
Oh, man, you quit watching porn and just kids all the time. Like, what's going on?
That's
Michael.
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
Hey, buddy, since we don't have any watches or anything, I always meant to ask you this, and I never got around to it, but do you prefer being called Mike or Michael?
It doesn't matter. I mean, Michael is my actual name. Mike's kind of like the nickname.
Right, because I call you Mike. Because I call you Mike sometimes on the show because it's 2 syllables less.
Get to the whatever's easier for you, dude.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can even call me EB. You can even call me EB.
One of my dear homies, my neighbor, he goes by Michael. It's always Michael. It's always 3 syllables. I always gotta wait 3 syllables. Hey, Michael. I guess it's 2 syllables. Whatever. I didn't go to college for English. I went to college for marketing, so it's all right. I can miss that. Hey, I get my your and yours and 2 2s and 2s and there's right. So I'm good.
There you go.
I got English down pat.
That's good.
It's a little broken, but that's okay. Man.
It reminds me of a sitcom. I don't remember what sitcom it was, but I remember the kid brought home their report card and they got like a F in English. He's like, "How are you feeling English? Don't you speak English?"
You speak English. You speak broken English.
I thought that was funny. I don't remember what show it's from though.
Yeah, you can always tell people that you're bilingual because you speak English and broken English.
Yeah, right.
Like I can write and I can speak the King's English. I choose not to. I like broken English as a language better. It's more fun. It's quicker.
Yeah.
It's more precise to the point. I think broken English trumps the King's English, personally. Yeah, just my view on it. But at least get your there, and there's right. Like, I got some buddies, dude. I just want to slap. I just want to slap them in their mouth. Because every time they write on Facebook, every time. Because, by Vegas odds, sometimes you would get it right.
Right. You get a 1/3 chance, right, of using the right there. Right? What, did I lose you? Or are you losing me? Bueller? All right. Please excuse us for technical difficulties. Dun 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 dun. I don't know how long I can keep this up. All right, well, once Shane comes back, I know he will eventually. Anyway, so yeah, I want to keep it going. So hopefully, you know, I can afford to do so. Hey, Shane, there you are.
Oh, I was here the whole time, dude. I didn't know that I must have cut out for a minute.
Yeah.
My bad.
I was like, did he did I lose him or did you lose me?
Dude, the whole time you're singing that Shania Twain song, I was trying to like get you to shut up, and I just like gave up. I gave up because I thought that you were just gonna do it till you ran out of steam. And they were like, Shane, where are you? And I'm like, I'm right here, dude. What even is going on?
So maybe I lost you.
Oh, you know what? Me and my wife love that song though, because I smack her in the butt at the end. He goes da 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 da. I smack her ass twice. Pop pop.
That's not what I was singing. I was singing. I guess I'm not very good at it. But I was singing. I was singing like generic elevator music.
Oh, it sounded like Shania Twain. I feel like a woman.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I feel like a woman.
Yeah. It's similar, especially when you're using does instead of real instruments.
Right. It all kind of blends together a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, so
welcome back, Shane.
I'm back.
That was a good time.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I was talking the whole time. It's like you wouldn't answer me.
Right,
you just kept singing. No, but like I was cut out and I didn't know it. And you sung over me. I'm like, wow, you really love Shania Twain. And I'm like, I'll just go with it.
And then when I was waiting for you to come back.
When you said where's Shane, I like exited out and came back in and it worked. I was like, what happened?
You did.
Yeah, I had to do a thing.
Still didn't come back in. That's weird, man.
As everybody knows, I'm just on my phone. Otherwise, I'd have the cool setup with my face on it in the video. But I don't want to like hold my phone up so I don't look fat. Like I gotta do the MySpace girl, the 13-year-old MySpace girl look, where I'm like, dude, I'm not 250 pounds at all. I'm a good-looking, like, real dude. You know, I don't want to do all that. So I just put a picture of me up there looking pretty good for the ladies. And for the ladies. Oh man. For the ladies. Oh man. So after book 4 comes out, which is the one, is that the one you're currently promoting? Or is the promotion for that upcoming?
Book 4 is what I'm doing now. Book 4 is done. I just ordered the proof, and so it's folks who ordered it. So even though my comics not,
is my thing part of book 5 then? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, your thing will be part of book 5.
Okay, cool. I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah. So not that I want to give you an even further back deadline, but that book won't be completed until 2025.
Well, by 2025, I should have my act together. If I don't have my act together by 2025, I just gotta quit. Like, it's time, dude. I gotta get together. I gotta get together, man. No, but I'll do it before then because I would like to focus on what I promised to you before I do my own stuff. So like my brain is cleared. You know what I mean? So my mind, personally, for me, my mind is cleared of other projects, and I can like move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
I don't want to start. I don't want to start my own thing. So if I give it to you a year early, you could add it to a digital platform or something. You can do whatever you want with it. It's yours.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can still turn it into a floppy, make it a part of something else as well.
Totally. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man.
Just because book 5 won't be done doesn't mean I won't be like chopping book 5 into floppies as they're done.
Right. Well, I tell you what, man. So next week I'm going on vacation. The week after that, I'm like getting up back on my grind, dude. So I won't be doing any episodes next week. I'm going to be out of town. We're going to go to the ocean.
I'll be out of town until Tuesday anyway.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah, we leave on Sunday. Come back on Friday. So I'll be like
Friday. Cool.
I'll be at the ocean vacationing.
I'm actually doing a show next Friday for a client or for a guest because that works out better for him. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm flexible. I mean, I don't normally do Friday shows, but I'll do one if you need it. You know, if you want, that's when you're available. You know, so yeah. Their name. I think all I wrote down in my calendar is Justice. I think that's the name of their comic, Justice.
Yeah. Dude, I was so bummed. Last Friday's show didn't work out for me because what happened was my niece got in a car. What happened was, remember how I kept bouncing out? It's because my niece got in a car accident, dude. And she ended up breaking her arm. She broke her arm, but she's okay.
Shoot.
Her car's thrashed, but the insurance is going to pay for it. The insurance is going to pay for it. So, and she's got a nice car. It's like a 2016 Mustang. It's a beautiful Mustang drop top.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Oh, and she fucked her up. And I guess like when the accident happened, like she grabbed the steering wheel and the jarring of it like broke her arm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all bad, but but she's okay. That's what's important. And the car isn't totaled. So how long is it going to take her to get her car back? And she's got to be in a cast for like a month. You know, that all sucks.
Yeah, right.
But that's why I kept, because my mom called. And I was like, I have to take this call. My mom never called me.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely. I mean, that's all way more important. That's all way more important.
Totally. Well, me and my mom have like a texting relationship. So when she called, I was like, oh my God, who died? You know what I mean?
Something's got to be up.
Something's
up. If she calls, right?
Something's amiss at the Circle K, dude. You know, and then the calls just kept rolling in. I tried to come back to the show, more calls. You know, and that's okay. I just want to make sure.
Calls again.
Yeah, totally. I had to make sure my niece was okay. You know what I mean? But I would be down again. And we should get into weirder stuff. Because when I was talking about conspiracy theories, I was talking about like at least Project Paperclip and MK Ultra, because those are both proven to be true as well. So we know those are true.
Okay.
That they happen, but they're like the weirder old shit. Like I just because for me to be a part of the show, like I'm not as well versed in the current politics, like we were talking about. You know, we were talking about.
Oh, I see.
So I just don't know. I just don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
But boy, on like MK Ultra or Paperclip or hey, have you ever heard about Project Bluebeam? Yeah, take a look at all that.
No. We'll have to look at some secret government projects like that and stuff and take a look.
Yeah, just Google it. Go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it really is like a lot of the stuff that's happening now didn't happen out of the blue. It's been planned for over 100 years.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's the thing, right? It all started with other things, right?
Absolutely. This is not coming out of the blue. Everything we're facing now.
Right, absolutely not.
You know, it's not just.
It all starts with something.
Yeah, and I don't go so far into actually believing that like the Illuminati is real or anything like that, but there is, in fact, like a group of people that have been planning
some kind of puppet master. There is some kind of puppet master.
They've been looking. Well, we don't have any viewers, so we're just talking to ourselves anyway. Hey, I tell you what, man, like getting rid of the undesirables is not a new thing. And
I know.
And a lot of the Nazi scientists and stuff, and the Mormons who get into like genealogy and
eugenics.
Gosh, eugenics. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I mean, they're kind of like with the drugs getting into like everybody's neighborhood because I don't want to get on it. We'll do that on that Friday.
Yeah.
One Friday.
Well, we
maybe
touched
in like
on
a
that
month.
a little bit. We talked about fluoride in the water. You know, we touched on that a little bit because fluoride in the
totally.
water, man, it's terrible. And
No,
that was definitely something that started in Nazi Germany, and it was in some Neostar Productions. He made a comment. He said it's almost like all these Nazi policies have come to light here, and it's like it's not almost like they are Nazi policies that are coming to light.
Well, hey, are you familiar with Project Paperclip?
No.
Oh, Google it. So what happened was after the World War II, we actually bought and paid for a bunch of German scientists to come over to America and work at deep levels of the government. Next thing you know, fluoride in the water.
That would make sense.
All this weird shit. This.
Well, that's the weird thing, right? That's the weird thing. Why would they implement all these things that they just fought against, right?
Right.
But it's because they also want to control the population just under the guise of democracy as opposed to fascism. But
absolutely.
But fascism squeezes itself in. So the FBI is actually rooted in fascism. It was actually founded by a white supremacist.
Hey, what is? I don't understand. I hear fascism thrown around a lot, and I don't really understand it. What is fascism? What's that mean?
So fascism, also known as nationalism, right? So we actually talked about that a little bit too. I know you had to go, so I'll give you kind of like a summary of when we touched upon it. So basically, the difference between fascism and communism is this, right? They're both almost the same thing. They have a slight difference. So communism is total government control under the guise of taking care of the population via services that the government controls, right? Healthcare, food stamps, et cetera, right? Everything the government provides, right?
Well, wait, but now, what is fascism?
So fascism is total government control under the guise of patriotism and believing that you are the best and everybody else must be destroyed. Right? So Hitler, when he led fascism, right, he was creating a national unity by saying, we Germans, we are the superior race and all other races must submit to us and be destroyed, right? Whereas Stalin, right, he took total government control and said, well, here's the communist manifest destiny, right? We are communists, therefore total trust in the government. They're both in the government. Let us take over and take away your freedoms for this cause is essentially what they both promote, right? But fascism is about it's rooted in eugenics, it's rooted in racism, it's rooted in saying the Aryan race, which was kind of an ancient tribe of human, which is not, and it's not even the only like version of quote unquote white person that existed, but they believed that the Germans were the Aryans that came over from the mountains of India.
We are the first white people. We are the premium stock.
We are the best white people. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed.
Hey, they make pretty good cars. They do make good cars.
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, without Hitler, you don't have German engineering. So,
well, what got me so twisted is like, God, if the fucking Nazis weren't just such pieces of shit and so violent, because Germany was in shambles when Hitler took over.
They picked their shit right up, right?
And it's so insane to me that because there's only like listen to me. Wait, let me finish before I like face off and forget it. There was only like 6 or 7 million people in Germany at the time. You know what I mean? And they were able to make that much money and that much of an army, and like, it's so unfortunate that they were pieces of shit and wanted to conquer the world out of the blue. You know what I mean? But what they accomplished, like, if I could see that kind of advance in my life in 2 years from the government, I might be down with it too, because they had bread lines, and next thing you know, they were taking over the world. It's crazy to me, like, just how they pulled that off. You know what I mean? Like, how do you even?
I mean, a lot of it was bluffing at first, right? And because
do you know about the?
It was also.
Do you know about the beer hall putsch?
The what?
It's the beer hall putsch. It's spelled Putch. It's hard to say. But like Hitler tried to start shit before he became a thing. And what he did was he got everybody to go to the pub and get drunk. And then like a bunch of people were like, that's retarded fascism. Fuck off. And he ran like a bitch. He did. He ran like a bitch. And like 10 years later, there he is like the spokesperson for that bullshit. You know, I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah, of course, because the fascist party wasn't a very like respected party at first. But the thing is, just like the way the communists take care of their opposition, the way and then it's very scary way that's happening that kind of reflects what's going on now with the Democrats going after Trump. You know, basically it's get rid of your political opponents, and that's exactly what Hitler did. He got rid of his political opponents. He got rid of his political opponents, and he united everyone under the guise of national Germany, you know, of a national Germany, you know, a world's Germany, you know.
Okay. If you don't want to answer this, you don't have to, but nobody's watching, right? Between you, me, and the brick wall, if you had to vote in 2024, obviously you're not voting for Biden. If you had to vote Libertarian, DeSantis with the Republicans, or Trump as an independent, who would you vote for? That's probably what you're looking at.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Biden's out 100% for sure.
Yeah, no, he's bad. He's no good.
Yeah, no. But here's the problem I have with a Trump versus DeSantis, right?
Okay.
I think DeSantis definitely has what it takes, but I think it's too soon for him. I think Trump probably is our best bet. So I would reverse it. Or I would say Trump needs to be willing to take DeSantis as his VP. And if we had a Trump DeSantis ticket, I think they wouldn't stand, the Democrats wouldn't stand a chance on that ticket, because now you have Trump who is already very, very popular, right? And then you have DeSantis, who is just this Florida governor that's been making a name for himself, that's been standing up against the nonsense, although he doesn't exactly 100% understand the nonsense and why he's against it.
No,
but
he's
the point is he's been standing against the nonsense. And so if you have him as the VP and then you got 4 years with a Trump DeSantis, then DeSantis runs for president, I think DeSantis will definitely take it for 8 years after that.
So you would not vote Libertarian, huh?
I did this time, and I kind of regret it.
Yeah, because it does pull votes away.
It pulls votes away. But you know what? I was drinking the Kool-Aid at the time. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump still, but my eyes have been opened up to what has been going on and why I thought the things I thought about Trump, right?
Right.
It's like you can't believe the media. Trump was not doing any of the things that they were claiming he was doing. None of that stuff that he was doing or saying was ever based in racism or xenophobia.
Like what?
None of it. Like building the wall, for instance.
I mean, seriously, I don't like seriously, I'm not like trying to question you. What I'm trying to do is figure shit out.
I hear you. Just want me to elaborate.
I don't, because like I said, I don't keep up with current politics. So elaborate.
No,
like, what do you mean when you say that?
Yeah. Like building the wall, right? Building the wall was considered one of the most xenophobic, racist thing he wanted to do, right? But it's not true. All right, we have an open border problem. We have people coming in by the boatloads, by the plane loads here, and it really is affecting American lives, you know. And him saying, you know, his campaign, "Make America Great Again." It's not that he's not talking about some like redneck Confederate America, right? He's talking about, let's go back to a time when we controlled our borders, when we took care of Americans, when we took care of veterans, when we actually had Social Security to spend and we weren't borrowing it from mountains of debt to pay these senior citizens.
Right.
That's what he's talking about. He's saying, let's go back to a time when we actually had manufacturing jobs in the United States. Let's go back to a time when we had microchip jobs in the United States. That's what he's talking about when he says, let's make America great again, right? But the media twisted it to a racist thing right away, and they took quotes out of context right away. They've been character assassinating him since he decided to run for president. Because you got to remember, he was friends until he started running for president. He was friends with the elites. He was friends with the Clintons. He was friends with Bill Gates. He was friends with all these rich billionaires, right? Then all of a sudden, he announces his presidency, and all these people hate him and are defaming him and are like, no. All of a sudden, right? There's a reason for that, because Trump was not a puppet to the system. Trump was not willing to be a puppet to the system. Right.
What gets me to a degree is that you don't really have to defame him. Trump is such a wacky dude. And he's done such wacky things. Now, listen to me. Hold on now. Yeah. He's done such wacky things, like picking him apart is like the low-hanging fruit on the tree to a degree.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why weren't we focusing on other shit at the time?
Exactly.
You know, and I'm just saying, not pro-Trump or anti-Trump. Like, why aren't we focusing on the issues and not him as like? It's almost like the Vanderpump Rules or the real world. It's become entertainment. And what worries me is that people who know a lot about politics are only in it for the entertainment. So they're like, it's like all Indians know chiefs. Yeah. Right? It's like all commentators.
Or too many chiefs. Or too many chiefs and not enough Indians, right?
Correct. It's fucking there's fucking everybody's a commentator, everybody, because of social media. Exactly. Everybody gets their piece. Yeah. But nobody will own up to the fact that they don't know shit. And they're wasting their fucking time on dumb shit. Now, the way I look at it, I don't trust any of those motherfuckers. I don't trust Trump. No. I don't trust Biden. No. I don't trust any of those motherfuckers. Not a one. I wouldn't say that I'm anti-government, but I am definitely anti this one. It's falling apart. Right. It's broken. Absolutely. It's all fucking pedophiles and money and shit. And the one thing, like you said, that Trump signified was a change from that.
Yes.
Now,
absolutely.
There are also other people that I don't like that also represent that, but I do respect the fact that they represent that. You can look at AOC. Represents that in the total like no whether or not you like her,
she doesn't represent that at all. She's
because what she did was she took an incumbent and beat them so mercilessly with no like real qualifications for the job. So she represents
you don't need
that
qualifications
rebellion.
In the job, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, she's 30 and American, good enough. Anyway. I'm not trying to bring her into this. I'm just saying that, and there's other people too on both sides of the fence that are fighting against that extremist bullshit.
Right.
And what they do is they did paint. System, they did. Oh, absolutely. They painted Trump as a racist and a womanizer and none of it's all true. That shit. Well.
Right. Yeah.
He's a bit of a womanizer, but who isn't with that kind of money? You know what I mean?
Well, all right.
Well,
Trump, womanizer. Well, I guess we have to define the term womanizer, right?
Right. No, you're right.
Is he cheating? Is cheating on your wife a womanizer? Well, no, not really. It is seducing women. Like Bill Clinton was a womanizer, right? I mean, he had that 19-year-old. He had that 19-year-old promising her the world if she sucked his, you know what, you know. And then he threw her out like the trap. Then he threw her out with the trash, you know. Once he got caught, you know, and then that girl's life was ruined. Like, who the hell remembers the name Monica Lewinsky? Nobody, except for the fact that she sucked the president's, you know what, right?
Everybody our age.
She didn't get a job. Her life was ruined because of that man, you know. And everybody just like, she's, whatever. He just wanted a BJ in the White House. No, you don't understand. He ruined a young girl's life by promising her power for sexual favors. And then when he got caught, he threw her out the door.
He was impeached for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So
no, Clinton was impeached. He was impeached.
I know he was impeached, but it doesn't matter because he wasn't removed from office. It doesn't matter
because it doesn't go through the thing that they kick him out. Yeah. But
yeah, and there was more Democrats and there was more Democrats in Congress at the time, so there's no way they were going to kick him out. You know, the problem with impeachment, right, is the Congress has to be against the president in order for them to be removed from office, right? So if there's more Democrats in Congress when the president's when a Democratic president's being impeached, there's no way he's going to be removed from office. Same thing that happened with Trump, right? Like, well, not only was the impeachment trial ridiculous and he wasn't doing what they thought he was doing or what they claimed he was doing, but there were more Republicans in Congress than there were Democrats, so of course Trump wasn't going to be removed from office. You know, there's just no way they were gonna. They would have had to make a really, really, really good case, which they did not.
Right,
they had
right.
Nothing,
well, here's the thing: is that a lot of people get confused that impeachment doesn't mean you get kicked out. Impeachment goes to go to trial. No, it doesn't. To get kicked out.
Impeachment is trial, right?
It's the impeachment is like the cops caught you for doing a thing, and then you go to.
It's like an indictment.
Right. It's an indictment.
Yeah, you're being accused of a crime. You're being accused of a crime. Impeachment isn't accused.
A lot of people don't even know that Clinton was impeached. But I do believe that once you're impeached, you can't run again. And I think that's why the Democrats went hard so hard.
Years anyway. He already had two terms anyway. Clinton.
Didn't matter. Yeah,
but no, Trump is running again. He was impeached. But if you were removed from office, you can't run again. But see, we've never had a president removed from office.
Right. That's true. We've had one quit.
We've had
Dixon.
We've had a few. Yeah, we had one quit. We had one quit. We've had a few. We've had a bunch die, and then we've had a couple impeached but not removed from office.
Right.
You know.
It's all dirty, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
it's all dirty.
Well, like I said, I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest Trump fan, and I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to unpaint the picture that the media has created. Right.
Sure.
It's like I'm a fan of the truth, not necessarily a fan of Trump. You know, but the problem is the truth about Trump is completely different than what the media has been saying for the last 7 years since 2016. You know.
Yeah.
And so you know. That's the big issue.
I totally understand why people don't like Trump. Like I said, he's a wacky dude. He's done wacky things.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He doesn't make a good case for himself. He does say some silly things at times. He does put himself in the hot water. Of course, he does.
He does silly things too. I mean, he's had a life. But he does represent. Saying that a normal man can do this. That, like, you know, when you're a kid, they're like, you could grow up to be the president. It's like not unless like your grandpa was in the government and he came out of the fucking blue with his evil parents and his evil life, and he's not a good dude. Trump is not like as a dude. He's not a good person.
No, I'm not saying he is a good person. I'm just saying he doesn't represent being a puppet to the system. You know,
which is why I understand why people don't like him so much, and why the media latch onto that, because all the media is doing is selling advertising. Right. So whatever gets eyes on the screen is what they're going to play, true or not.
Well, that's why they go so hard. But also, there's a secondary reason, or maybe even a primary reason for why they're going after Trump. And it goes back to him not being a puppet. It goes back to him representing someone who actually can drain the swamp, so to speak. I mean, that was one of his campaign promises, right? I'm going to drain the swamp. And the reason why that didn't come to pass is something that me and First World and Jem kind of touched upon was Trump. Even though Trump was president and he wasn't a puppet for the system just kept him in the dark. So they just still did their sketchy ass shit, and instead of Trump being involved with it, he had no idea what was going on, which is why he had no idea when he appointed Fauci to be the medical whatever, right? The Surgeon General.
Yeah,
he had no idea how corrupt Fauci really was and how much of an asshat the guy is, right? And so when COVID came around, when Trump did start saying, hey, you know what, maybe you should get the vaccine, he had no idea because Fauci's a trusted source in his eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he appointed Fauci, but the thing is, he had no idea the background that Fauci really had because the system kept him in the dark. You know,
right? Well, now you look at it. You look at it now, right? and then you look at that too. Is like, well, he vouched for Fauci, so he's almost like guilty by association of all that shit.
I mean, yes. I mean, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's a golden god or anything like that.
No,
but
no, you're not.
Like I said, I'm just I'm just a partner to the truth. With the media, what I'm basically agreeing with you. Actually, is what I'm saying is that you know now you can use that as more ammunition to again not look at the real problems, to get your advertising sold, and to distract the eyes of the American public. It's that fucking simple. Exactly.
Propaganda is not new shit, and money is not new shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're doing propaganda. They're getting their money. Straight up.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
But what got me even thinking that much about any of this is that they're just ignoring Biden's shit.
Oh yeah.
They're ignoring 100%. It. Like totally
he's got legitimate crime. He's got legitimate crime under his belt.
Like what?
Well, there's the
I know his Biden son laptop. Does.
Yeah, well, Biden was behind that. You got to remember, it was Biden's administration that got the FBI, because he's the head of the FBI. You got to remember, the president is the head of the army or the military, the head of the FBI, the head of the FDA. He's the head of all the government bureaus. Remember that. So, of course, he knew about this. So the FBI or the CIA, I can't remember which one, gets Twitter and all these news agencies together and says, hey, if it was released that there was a Trump, that the Biden laptop yada 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 came out and it was true, right? What would happen? And then they've said, well, of course we would say it was Russian propaganda, and they're like, good, do that because there's a whistleblower that's going to be, So I think we talked about this before you left, right? So there's a crime right there, and it's proven, it's out there now, but it's swept under the rug. But that's a legitimate crime that Biden could be impeached and removed and probably jailed for, along with the rest of his cabinet, right? And everybody involved, including Twitter. Well, the people that owned Twitter at the time, it was not Elon Musk at the time, right? Elon Musk took over and has not participated in that shit anymore. But you know, I digress.
Hey, No, totally. Well, that was a good conversation, but I actually have to use the bathroom, so I have to go. I'm not going to do that live on the air.
Anyway.
I think the FCC, your whole show would get shut down for doing bowel movements on the air. Like, it's not that kind of party. It's not that kind of party, bro. You know what I mean? Well, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I don't think we ever.
I appreciate it.
We didn't really talk about comic books this time. We ain't got no viewers, so who cares? We're just chatting on the phone, a couple buddies.
If anybody is out there watching on Twitter or something, I hope you enjoyed. And
man.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time. And I won't remember, this is the last night of the week for me because buddy. I'm going away, celebrate my anniversary this weekend.
Congratulations.
So, thank you, man. 10 years, dude. 10 years.
Hey, it's about to be 3 out of 19 babies, isn't it? Buddy.
Yeah, man. All right. Anyway.
All right, bud.
So I'll be back Tuesday night. I'll see you later, Shane. I'll see you later, everybody. Man. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time. Goodbye now.